Have you ever wondered what happens when you have 6 people on a podcast and only 4 mics?
Going live.
The only rule if we have this many people on is that only one person can speak at once, and Joe and I will facilitate, okay?
Somehow we managed to have intellectual discussions about social media.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
literally wouldn't be here right now without Instagram.
That's true.
I don't think...
In the most literal way humanly possible.
Yeah.
Addictions.
Man, we had so much time to be addicts. Like, if you just trade that time into being an addict of something else, like, because if I don't get this shit done, if I'm not hooked on getting this shit done, then I know I'm going to be doing that shit. So I just need to do this and do this and do this.
Yeah.
And it's a different type of energy.
And ashtrays.
It was like a beautiful little ceramic bowl and stuff. And then I came home and she was using it as an ashtray. I was like, that's what makes me go, yeah, I'm going to do art.
This episode shouldn't have worked, but we're really glad that it did.
No.
A live studio audience.
We'll just swap out.
Huh? Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
I'm too anxious.
We're going.
We're going.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Froe Show. My name is Frank Mencken and I'm joined, as always, by my beautiful co-host, Joe Murray.
Hello, Frank.
And I'm joined by so many people. Just like way too many. Should we go down the line and just like introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
If we just didn't introduce
we'll
ourselves.
start over there.
Wait, I forgot to start with, if you rest the mic on your chin, that's like the best.
Yeah.
Boom.
Nice. It's
Beautiful.
easiest.
All right, how do you do, D? I am Anil Dreaming. I like myself because I am myself.
Great. Perfect.
Great. Next.
Correct.
No, it's okay. We'll get there.
We're going live.
The only rule if we have this many people on is that only one person can speak at once, and Joe and I will facilitate, okay? All right.
I'm Red.
Yes. Who literally just did an interview too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
like
did.
half
This
an hour
is my
ago, but this is going
second
to come out
time
like
in
a
one
week
day
later.
on the podcast.
Stunning.
And I like myself because
No, go ahead. We're just doing this bit now.
Yeah.
I like myself because I make myself laugh all the time.
Great.
Awesome.
I feel like we just have to go this way now.
Oh, now I have to think of one. Okay, I'm Joe, and I like myself because I have a podcast.
Simp. I'm
Hey,
Frank.
you have a podcast too.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm Frank, and I like myself because I am a motivated and committed person.
No,
What if you don't like yourself, though?
this is getting too sentimental.
Can I say I'm alright?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
My name's Tom. I'm aight.
Sick.
Great.
All right.
My name's Zach. Hi, Zach.
Hi,
Zach.
Thank you. And I'm here. Wait, no. Not actually gonna. I like myself because. Well, it's just a tough question, ain't it? But I like myself because I came in today to the studio.
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
That's a
I'll
good
accept that. This is great. This is also the biggest audience we've had since we did the live show, which
Yeah,
is also
true.
this is like live show
This is the
1.5 basically.
almost 2.
We've had literally everyone else on the podcast already, but I assume you do art stuff as well. Do you want to talk about what art stuff you do?
So I was doing clothes for a hot minute, and then now I've just been sort of, hey, here's some of that. And then
sick.
That's the logo, Mimi. But now I've just been fucking existing, just trying to figure my shit out. Slowly moving more into like music, and I don't know, man. I went through mural shit, and just it's been like different little phases. Just putting my toes into every little facet. But this little year, I just moved to Brisbane like 4 weeks ago from the Gold Coast.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, man. It's been fucking beautiful because like this has happened right now. This is a beautiful, wholesome thing, and it's like, and then since I've been here, it's been like, oh, am I bored? Oh, sweet, there's a concert on. Fuck yeah, I'm just go to that shit. But it's like this whole travel now of what the fuck do I want to do? Who the fuck am I? So it's a nice discovery as well. Not knowing is a really liberating feeling. Yeah, because it's like a freedom to do whatever the fuck you want, with no expectation from yourself and no one having expectations of you. It's cool as shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. Have you been on a podcast before?
Yeah, one or two.
Okay, because I was like, that was a really good podcast answer. Like, that was like A+.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I don't know, man.
You can't talk without a
You
mic.
guys could all be a figment of my imagination. Like,
Yeah, I don't have one.
This is the disinclusive podcast.
Disinclusive.
Okay.
The Froe show hates everyone with red hair.
That's a fact,
Oh.
actually.
I mean,
Yeah.
statistically, it's correct right now.
Is that why you haven't invited Julian on?
I'm gonna Tom, buddy. I'm gonna focus over here really quickly because we've had everyone else already. But do you want to talk a little bit about fashion stuff? How did you start? How did it go? Why did you start?
So I started because I was just bored as fuck and I wanted to make my dog clothes. And yeah,
That is the best.
I was just making him little shirts. So I'd get like my old shirts, cut them up, keep like where the logo was and like put on. So I had like fake like Gucci shirts and stuff and I'd
That
cut
is
them up
incredible.
and then people would be like, yo, what's going on here? And I ended up making like really extravagant dresses for him too. Like 3-4 piece layers and stuff going on. It was meshing around like a skirt area. I was like, oh damn, this is fun. Yeah, this is for my dog. And then dude, Koi was his name. He had fucking like 13 pairs of clothes. I was like, man, he's got more clothes than me. So I was like, and then that just led into like making them for humans. Yeah.
Right.
And then it was just a really awesome experimentation. And I really got into like customizing jeans, and just making odd shit, man. Like one of my really favorite parts is like making reflective stuff or like glow in the dark stuff. Or just things that have like 2 different phases, shit like that. And then it got into making like reflective balaclavas, just for like the irony of men. You're trying to hide yourself, but you're reflective. So I was just having fun with it, man. And then I sort of stopped because I was like, fuck this shit, I'm sort of done. I closed all my social medias about maybe like 10, 12 months ago now. So
Even your personal ones as well?
yeah, man, all gone.
Sick.
It's been beautiful. It's been like, as much as like I was telling these people, as much as I felt like I wasn't consciously like evaluating myself in regards to how other people are doing in life versus how I'm doing and stuff, and like comparing myself to others, as much as I thought I wasn't doing that and I was above that, I noticed subconsciously that definitely was happening. And then it was coming out in different facets of my life. And I noticed my creativity was going down a lot. And the second I stopped, like a week or 2 after, I was just pumping out so much stuff. And then my main thing now has been like doing like lots of poetry and just writing. That's been like a beautiful fucking thing. 'Cause it's such a raw expression of the soul. And I noticed the clothes were, holy shit, there's a ghost with us. I noticed the clothes was like the gateway drug to realizing I need to be going in the art direction. And the clothes led to painting, because I was painting on the clothes, led to drawing, led to doing music, led to just every little fucking thing, man. But the things I just noticed I keep coming back to is just like writing a fuck ton and just being in front of like the keyboard. So it's a beautiful little fucking thing. I've sort of invested my energy into being able to make my existence right now about just fucking enjoying it and just existing. Being a human, just being, yeah.
Yeah, true. How did you end up here? Who do you know?
Bro,
Of these
so
people, I mean.
this is how the thread starts, man. So I have Kalia that I met at uni. We go to QCA together.
Oh, I went to QCA for a hot minute before they got rid of my
QCA,
degree.
Hey, man. Oh, photography?
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucked that shit up. And now it's just a major in the visual arts one, and it's like, she brought me to Mr. Dript. Where'd he drip to?
Get that. I like how you just did.
Do you have a comment, sir?
No, he doesn't have a comment.
I'm just quiet tonight. I'm sitting here.
Good.
Yeah.
Good
It's
lad.
unexpected.
Like that when I sit.
Yeah.
And then that thread led to me coming to the exhibition like a week or 2 ago, however long it was, April 1st. And then yesterday I just came through and kicked it for like 8 hours or some shit. We were just
sick.
conversing for a whole long ass time, man.
Yeah.
And you just have that like wholesome, ethereal, spiritual feeling of like there was no ego talking. It was just pure raw souls talking to souls. So it's just been a beautiful, wholesome experience. So it's just like, I know it's the start of something fucking even greater than I can even comprehend that anyone could.
Yeah,
so.
you've been here for all of like 2 weeks and you've ended up on a podcast with like
Dude.
6 different people.
This is it, man.
Yeah.
If you It's manifest the shit you want, focus what you want, and then just get the fuck out of your own way and just enjoy that shit, man.
You want to be in a podcast?
Man, I just wanted to be around fucking dope people and
A week
just
ago
doing
you were
dope
like,
shit.
podcast.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
You were going through Instagram Reels and you saw a podcast clip
That's
and
it,
you were
man.
like, claim.
Come on. Hey man, I've made it.
Yeah, you did. Well, that's literally what Joe and I did. Not the manifest. Well, I mean, but we rocked up for an event last year. It was actually no, I'm not going to say his name. I do this every time. I'm not going to say his name because he still owes me prints that I paid for. But I went to an event last year, and we were here for all of 30 minutes before we went up to Julian, and we were like, we're going to take a desk here. Like, I'm moving in tomorrow. Like, we're going to be here. It just has that energy, hey. Yeah.
I immediately was speaking with Julian. I was like, yo, if you need a hand, man, like I just live fucking up here. I'm just around, man. Like I'll be a fucking hand. Like there's something happening here that's beyond anyone here.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful part. Yeah.
It's such a like magical space. It's so hard to
Exactly,
explain too to people because it sounds so bogus to be like, man, this place is so cool and so like there's like magic in the walls, and then people come here and they're like, nah, I get it.
Yeah.
You gotta, it's sort of like, man, it's like Burley. So every Sunday night there's Burley bongos
Same smell
happening.
too.
Exactly same smell. Gold Coast. It's like a little beach area, man. Every Sunday night there's like bongos and like a drum circle and a twirling circle that happens, right? And like there's breath work, meditation stuff, and people hugging the floor. You can feel like this beautiful energy going on just around the whole area, and it's like that same sort of fucking thing that's going on here. It's an unexplainable, wholesome. It's like a hug from the universe. Yeah.
I love that. That's so nice.
dog.
That made me warm and fuzzy.
Hey, man.
How did you get into art though? Before all the dog stuff, were you an artist before? Like, did you do anything artsy before that? Such a good origin story too.
Man, it's always just been around me. Like, my mother is a pretty cool cat. Like, she does a lot of intriguing art stuff. When she first came to Australia, she started painting didgeridoos and like selling them. So that was always like around me and happening. And one of my core memories, Mum, I'm going to you for this. I made like a little fish bowl in school, and like this was like kindergarten like age level. It was like a beautiful little ceramic bowl and stuff. And then I came home and she was using it as an ashtray. I was like, that's what makes me go, yeah, I'm gonna do art. I've always wanted to drop that on like a podcast, so it was like, it's a long running joke. So it's
I love that. That's great. I also used to make ashtrays for my dad when I was a kid.
Just not knowing there were supposed to be ashtrays.
Oh, mine were intentionally ashtrays. My dad used to smoke cigars a lot.
Hey, man.
Joe and I went to the same school growing up. And we used to do lots of like clay art and stuff like that. And I remember once we had to make houses. I don't know if you remember this. Yeah.
Grade 5.
We had to make houses. No, out of clay. No, we're not going to build a house.
like miniature, yeah.
We were training to be carpenters
Yeah.
in grade 5. Yeah.
Yeah, miniature houses. And mine was so bad. Like the girl at the desk next to me crushed my house. And so I had this like misshapen, like flat house. And then I just like folded the edges up, and I was like, "That's an ashtray now." It was, yeah.
Has all of your artworks turned into ashtrays?
Just
the podcast.
Like what's happening here? Everyone's got some ashtray stories, you know.
Do you have an ashtray story?
Do you have an ashtray
No, I
story?
don't. Actually, you know, I'm just jealous. That's probably why I'm saying some shit. You
That
know?
one's a repressed memory.
Have you ever had anything that's like turned out really bad or has been received really badly?
Every day,
Like
man.
an ashtray?
Every freaking day.
This Disney Channel fall.
No, not really. But no. Anyway,
No.
I'm not gonna make a comment. I'm just.
Okay.
I just sit here.
I'll just hang out. I'll just chill on the
Both
couch.
the red people.
Yeah, I was
did
just
you
vibing
guys?
over you.
Oh, yeah.
Did both the red people do ashtray stuff? Now you've got me on this ashtray.
What? No.
Anything I've ever tried to make out of clay has turned into an ashtray. Whether I go to make something out of clay or whether I go to make something that's an ashtray or go to make like a nice vase or like, I don't know, a little character, it just always ends up being an ashtray.
We did glass work once in our like in our in our like IT classes. We had to make glass. What is it? Mosaics.
Yeah.
Mosaics? Is that what they're called?
I
Where you
don't- I
like
don't know.
you solder all the stuff together and you make like glass stained glass.
Yeah.
That's it. And we had to make boxes out of stained glass and then like have them. They were supposed to be like pen holders. I turned it into an ashtray. Huh?
How do you make stained glass?
Well, the glass is already stained. You just put it together. Did you just beatbox into the microphone?
And I keep forgetting you have to use it.
Yeah, having you on a podcast is so hard. It's so hard to try to keep you coherent.
But, me? Oh, I'm sorry. Dude, we need to get me like ADHD pills.
Yes.
Just for your podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. I
And
think
for
that's a
any
great
future
idea.
shoots that you do with me.
Oh,
Actually, do you want to talk about that?
yeah.
Because this will be out in
Yay! All right.
like 2 or 3 weeks.
All right, yeah. Tracy, a local makeup artist, hit me up and was like, I have this idea to continue an artist transformation series that she does where she, takes artists and turns them into a character that they've created, which I think is awesome. And the second she was like, oh yeah, I'm thinking of doing Dript, I was like, yeah, like that's gonna work. Like I want to do that, especially because he's gonna go soon. I was like, we have to do something together before he leaves. And basically, we came here yesterday, and literally yesterday. It feels like a lifetime ago already, but it seriously does. I was
much
watching
happened.
footage from like the BTS footage. It was like crazy. Yeah, and she transformed Tom into his Ronald McDonald character, and we and not only did we do a crazy fun shoot, but we actually ran over to the Macca's like right over there and like made him order some shit and like ran on the
Yeah,
playground.
That was awkward.
Did you still have to pay because it was Ronald or?
Oh,
I
yeah,
know,
we still
you
had
would
to
like,
pay.
you would think so, wouldn't you?
He really scared
really
the shit
would.
out of this little girl.
Oh,
like
no.
I know, like this little girl was walking past with her
Just
parents,
waved.
and they did it. Like they were like, "Look, it's Ronald McDonald," and they pointed at him, and she was
Yeah,
like,
No, that's Pennywise.
"Yeah."
Yeah, no, it was more Pennywise.
Oh.
It was great.
I'm
the
sorry,
staff were
guys.
like
I'm sorry,
beat up
children.
because something was happening.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it was so funny, like, walking there, like, because we were outside, and, like, the drive-through people, like, automatically saw me from, like, across the road,
Yeah,
and
they're,
they're
like,
just, like,
waving.
stared. And they're like, what?
Am I on candid camera?
And then, like, suddenly more of them, like, just, they're all girls, and they just all, like, just start, like, coming over to, like, the corner and just, like,
Yeah, everyone was
my
gathering. You had some nice conversations with people in cars too. Just some
yeah, I
good
did.
gestures.
Yeah, it's-
No, we were just crossing the road, and like the
Yeah,
cars
yeah.
are driving past. Like, what the fuck?
yeah.
I think there's this video of this lady who's like, you wave at her, and then she just, straight back to the road.
Ignore.
I'm very keen to see. Henry's gonna make some videos for us.
Yeah,
I'm very
sick.
keen to see the footage.
I'm really stoked. I don't know what your timeline is, but this will probably be far enough out that those will be out
I got a lot of shit to edit, bro. I don't know when these are gonna be out. Soon.
at some point.
Soon. Totally.
If they're out,
Near
I will link
future.
them.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
We'll do it that way. And if not, I'll link them when they're out at
Yeah.
some point. whenever
Yeah,
they
me and
are.
Henry have 3 videos going on right now.
Damn.
And I have, like, 5 days left here.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
need, I need my ticket.
you haven't bought your ticket yet.
No.
Good, don't buy one.
Stop it. You guys could all easily sabotage me. Straight out.
Yeah, we'll report it stolen. Great
Roll
plan.
G.
But yeah, I'm
All
really
good
keen.
here.
It was awesome, and Tom did great. And yeah, like it's one of the best shoots I've ever done, I think, which is exciting. Which is exciting
You
because
think?
I've taken some nice pics, but
I'm not that pretty, bro.
you are pretty. You're so pretty.
It's not about the pretty, though.
And
it's
you
about the
were
vibe.
Ronald McDonald. Like you were your character, like so well. It was like you jumped
a
out of a
psychopath.
painting. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yeah.
Glass movie.
Anyway, stay tuned.
I'm excited. I want to go back to the social media stuff because I had something similar at the end. At the end of 2020, I got rid of all my social media as well for like 6 months, and I ended up going back and only staying on business accounts. But in those 6 months, I felt like I was the most creative that I'd ever been, just because I didn't have that crutch of being like, I'm bored now, I'm gonna go on Instagram and scroll for an hour. And in that like hour, I would just be like, okay, well, I have to come up with a cool new idea now, I guess.
Yeah. I noticed like all those little, even like the 20 minutes or the 30 minutes and the hours, like they, imagine how much that shit adds up to. Like, even if you just spent that time just doodling and like not even focusing, like you get a lot of shit done. On top of the creativity, I noticed just the way I viewed myself became more in line with how I actually thought I was viewing myself. Because as much as I thought I was like balancing my shit out, there was a part of me that was split because my online identity wasn't matching my in real life one anymore. And that was a very annoying thing. So I was trying to keep them in line after, like, I've gone through the bullshit of lying to myself and lying to others and trying to like just be someone that I've seen like, yo, that person dressed like that and they got attention and people were like, yo, that person's cool as shit, so I'm going to do that too. That'll get me recognized and people will be like, hey, my existence is worth it too. Like,
why does it have to be the same though? Like,
not so much same, it's just that was my interpretation of it. Like, that was my trap that I had on myself.
Yeah.
And then it was it was all around the time of just like hitting rock bottom, looking in the mirror and be like, yo, why the fuck am I lying to myself and everyone else? Like, I don't recognize this person. Like, there are more masks on the masks on the masks. Like, masks. It all just aligns so beautifully into just becoming someone that I would happily be able to look at myself from the third person at any moment and be proud of the person I see. That was, I think that's everyone should strive to do that with themselves. It's just the beauty and the liberation I've found, and I'm so fucking grateful that I found that. So now I'm just existing for the moment and for like everything that's about to come.
Yeah.
And it's just been leading to beautiful fucking things, man.
Yeah. Well, you have more time to devote to creativity and to the things that bring you joy.
Yeah.
I look at because I have all the stuff on my phone set up to like do all the screen tracking and being like, how much time are you spending on Instagram? And I have it on my phone and my computer, so they both track and then give me the data at the end of the week. And some days it's like, you've spent 4 hours on Instagram. It's like, shit.
How do you take it out? Do you take it out on yourself, or are you like, all right, I spent 4 hours, but next time I'm gonna do 3 hours and 58 minutes?
Well, it's not even that. It's more just like, it's always procrastination. Like, and it's always client work. Like my own work, I'm like, I'll get that done. That's fine. Client work, I'm like, I'll scroll through Instagram for 4 hours and not get that done. But that said, like I make a movie every day, and that time has become like social media time has become that time. So it's like I now spend 3 hours at night editing rather than lying in bed like scrolling through TikTok or something. Yeah. That difference has been massive, and it's that whole thing. Like Joe and I were talking about it before, because people keep asking me now, like, how the shit do you make something every single day? It's like you just replace other stuff. Like I don't watch TV anymore. I don't like go out anymore. I don't party. Like I don't go do things unless it serves.
It's kind of sad.
Not really.
Yeah, but how? Other people might be like, yo, that's a sad existence shit. But like from your eyes, like you're achieving a lot in your own, reality and stuff. And that's a beautiful thing right there, right?
Yeah.
I experience this a lot. I used to be really heavily addicted to a lot of things. And I talk to my psychiatrist a lot about it and about all the work that I'm doing now. And people are always saying to me, like, how the fuck do you fit all this shit into, this time? And it's like, my friends are like, what the fuck? Like, how are you doing so much shit? I'm like, I switched like alcoholism for, being a workaholic, and my work is creative. And it's just so liberating. And for me, it feels really good. Like that stress feels really
Yeah.
good because I can handle it.
Yeah.
You know, I get through it and I get to the end of like putting on an exhibition or something and I'm like, damn, yeah, I experienced that stress. I experienced that like being short for time, but I got through it. And that to me is like, I don't know, it gives me that adrenaline that I would get from, you know, being fucking drunk every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that same happy feeling, but more, and it's more fulfilling and rewarding instead of, you know, cowered with like guilt and then like hangovers.
Yeah, that's exactly it though. Like I have an absurdly addictive personality. So it's either that goes towards work and towards stuff that, you know, is working towards a better future for myself, or it goes towards things that are detrimental and that are bad and that are going to cause me to go down like a much less productive path.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, exact same thing. Where do you focus your energy?
Yeah, but it's also like a full circle thing kind of for me, like a double-edged sword as well. Because Instagram is my work, like looping back to social media, Instagram is now my work as an artist. And it's that same thing of like, I don't want to be spending every day on there, like, you know, keeping up with what everyone's doing and, you know, posting like at least 3 times a week, because if not, Instagram won't share your shit. And it's like, yeah, I know I don't have to do it, but I'm trying to grow my audience, my platform, and it's like,
You can do it more than just through Instagram though.
yeah, and I do that too.
You
But yeah, I've really had to. I know,
It's a fucking
and I've really had to
portfolio thing.
like,
Squares and shit.
I don't know, like revamp my relationship with Instagram, because in high school, like all I would do is like try to get likes and stuff, because that's just how
It's how the
society
social hierarchy
raises.
worked,
All the social hierarchy, like through high school and stuff. I was just like fishing for likes all the time, like you know, going to the beach and not swimming and just taking a million photos and then like posting one.
Isn't it?
It was horrible, but now it's like I can, like I know that feeling already from like past mistakes, and I'm really careful to monitor myself on Instagram and not be like, how many likes did this post get, like how many shares did this one get, because that's where it gets toxic. But other than that, it's an amazing tool, and I wouldn't have achieved like half the shit that I have today without it. So yeah, it's
I
crazy.
literally wouldn't be here right now without Instagram.
That's true.
I don't think-
true.
In the most literal way humanly possible.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
Yeah. Joe and I
But
wouldn't be doing this if
isn't
it
it
wasn't for social media.
Yeah, what the hell? It's so weird. Like some little stupid little thing, little squares. You put little photos in, and it's just like become this whole like huge thing that like people get stressed out, kill themselves, like all these billions of fucking emotions just from this little thing that you put photos and make a little gallery,
Yeah,
and then
and it's
people
about-
judge you from that little fucking square gallery.
Yeah.
3 by whatever.
Yeah, people have to
Weird.
realize that you can't like seek validation from any other source other than like yourself. And that's like Instagram's tricky, because when you grow up with that shit, like obviously you don't even know yourself yet. So you turn to social media and Instagram for like that validation. And it's only when you kind of realize that that's all false and you'll never find like fulfillment that way, that you really just need to look within and find that within yourself. And then if you have that, it's much easier to stay away from like the whole, oh, how many likes have I got thing. That's what I find anyway.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And I think I have that with, you know, what I do. I post all of my movies onto YouTube, and it's like, it's so easy to get lost in the metrics of like, oh, if this didn't get X amount of views, then it's not worthwhile posting. But then you take that step back and you're like, oh, I'm not even doing it for that. Like that has nothing to do with the reason why I started, and it shouldn't be the reason that I continue to do it regardless. So it's really hard as artists, I think, to have a healthy relationship with social media, because it's such an important part now of our work. But I think it would be really interesting to see what would happen if we were all thrown back like 100 years where there was no social media. Like, how would we survive as artists? I mean, I literally couldn't do my job, but
That's it. Like, it's the big double-edged sword, like everyone's saying. Like, man, it's how many artists didn't get discovered back in the day and stuff. And it's, even if someone's only gotten like 3 likes, if they can be happy that they made that fucking thing, fuck yeah, dude. And then I realized, like, going back to the thing of like how people like, how do you have so much time to be able to do this shit and do this shit? It's like, man, we had so much time to be addicts. Like, if you just trade that time into being an addict of something else, like we are good at that shit. Like I know I am good at that shit. So it's like moving that energy into that facet has been like, it just goes hand in hand. And some people are just like, yo, how the fuck does that work? We're just like, man, I'm just so fucking hooked into like getting this shit done. Because if I don't get this shit done, if I'm not hooked into getting this shit done, then I know I'm gonna be doing that shit. So I just need to do this and do this and do this.
Yeah.
And it's a different type of energy.
Yeah.
It's it's an unexplainable crackhead energy that just like, yeah.
I have the very firm philosophy that every successful artist is either obsessive, addicted, or insane. You just have to be, because that's the amount of time that you have to put into it. You have to be so obsessed with it that you literally cannot imagine doing anything else. That's it. That's time. That's 30 minutes. We are there. And I don't think we have the battery to continue to an hour, so we're going to have to wrap it there.
Battery.
Wow.
That was significantly less chaotic than I had anticipated.
Yeah.
So well
Thanks,
done,
Tom.
team.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll go down. I'll get everyone to do their social media. You don't have any, but wherever people can find you or find your art.
You can see me in the street or some shit, or you can contact me on 04. Nah,
Wait, what did you say?
Really?
Talk about his phone number.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Anil Dreaming though. If you just somehow find my other shit, there's other podcasts in that name, and then Self Blinded was the name of my fashion company. So if you can find relics, send them through to me because I can't find shit.
And your number
Yeah,
is?
awesome.
My number is. What was your number, bro?
I'm Red.
Hi, Red.
Okay, yeah, no, we
And
do
one
actually
thing
have
I
to wrap
like
it.
about myself. My Instagram is @Redladyy with another Y on the end because
Yeah,
No.
Instagram. We just talked about that.
that's not what I like about myself. But yeah, type Red, it'll probably come up.
All right. Well, I'll link it all. Whoever.
Yo, I'm dripped.jpg.
No, that's it. That is actually your Instagram handle.
I want to say it. Every time I fucking over_it_man.bng.
Thank you.
All right, we got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Anil, I got you to press the button because you're the only one that hasn't done it yet. Basically, we have a
Been there.
tradition on the show where at the end of the show, whoever the guest is presses the button, which is our outro song. What'll happen is I'll do the whole outro, then we'll go down. Everyone will say bye. You'll be the last person to say bye, and then you'll hit the button. Got it? Okay?
Can we do like a bye?
No. Well, if you want to, but no one else will join you.
Oh, Bayern.
We're going to row.
I'll point at people when they have to say bye because there's so many of us. All right. Are we ready? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening to or watching this episode of The Froe Show. We will see you next week. Also, rate us on Spotify. Bye.
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 Bye. Beautiful. Well done, guys. That could have gone so much worse.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the acapella thing.
All right, ready? Wait, ready? We'll do it now. Ready?
Bye.
Yo, we
And
out, bitches.
scene.